Every year, there are some really unfortunate students whose iPads get wiped out. Now, when you lose your files, and there are many reasons why this might happen, you come to the tech wing, and the first thing we do is we look for backups in your iCloud storage. The only downside to iCloud is that there's not a lot of storage space. So at the beginning of each year, we have to clear some out to make room for the upcoming year's files. Okay, let's click on the settings gear to get started. Over on the left, scroll to the top. If you see something about two-factor authentication and it's asking you to turn this on, please do not turn on two-factor authentication. Again, it's really important that you do not turn this on. It would require a cell phone anyway, and we don't want to get our cell phones out right now. So please, at no time when you have your Sacred Heart iPad, please do not turn on two-factor authentication until you hear specific instructions otherwise from us. Okay, let's click on your name right here. Next, click iCloud. Here it lists the apps using iCloud, and the one we really care about is Photos. Click on Photos. Okay, now look, there's nothing wrong with backing up your photos, even if they're personal photos, but iCloud is not the place to do that. There's a much better solution, which is Google Photos, and Google Photos is better because it offers 100 times the storage space. If you try to back up your photos to iCloud, you will have no room left in iCloud for your Notability files and other things that really matter. So take a moment and move all of these to the off position. Now, doing this does not delete any photos from your iPad, but you will lose access to albums that other people have shared with you. They just won't be on your iPad. Let's click OK. Teachers, you can pause the video now to make sure every student has reached this point. Okay, click iCloud to go back, right here in the middle of the screen at the top. Now click Manage Storage right here. All right, there are two things to do here. First, click into Photos right here, where it says Photos. And now we'll click Disable and Delete. When we click this button, we are not deleting anything from our iPad. We're not deleting anything from our camera roll. Every time you save a photo to your iPad on your camera roll, it makes a duplicate copy in iCloud. We are only deleting those duplicates right now. And again, we will create them anew. We just won't create them in iCloud. In a minute, we're going to create them in Google Photos. Okay, let's click Disable and Delete to get rid of those duplicates that are hogging up our space, and click Delete Photos and Videos. Teachers, you can pause the video here to make sure every student has completed this step. All right, hit the back arrow where it says iCloud Storage. And the final cleanup item is to click on Backups right here. First, if you get an email like this, you can ignore it. We don't need to restore those iCloud duplicates because we will put them in Google instead. Okay, we clicked on Backups and here we are. Your backups are listed here, but if you look at my screen, there's only this one. You should only see one backup on your screen too. If you see more than one, if there are additional backups listed below, click into those older backups and hit delete at the bottom. So you'll touch on the older backups and then you'll push this delete button down here. Once you have just a single backup remaining, we can move to the final step. Teachers, at this point you can pause the video and make sure everybody has just a single backup remaining. Okay, this is our last cleanup step. Click on your final backup, the one backup you have left, and where it says Photo Library, move this slide bar to the off position. This is literally a third place where your photos are stored. There are two versions of the exact same photos in iCloud. There's the version of the photo that you can look at and scroll through, And then those exact same photos are stored inside the backup. But you can't scroll through the backup to view those photos. The only time you would access the photos in the backup is when you tried to restore your iPad. So we don't need the photos here. Again, we're going to put them in Google instead. Let's click delete. All right, we are finished clearing out our iCloud space. Hit the home button, and now let's set up Google Photos. Here's the icon. And if you don't see Google Photos, you may have to find it and install from self-service. Or if you don't see it in self-service, you can go to the App Store and download it from there. Click into Google Photos. It may ask us about notifications, and we can click Don't Allow, Leave Off. Now, we first click Sign In to Backup, and this will ask us to enter our Sacred Heart Academy email address. So click Continue. Then type out your full Sacred Heart Academy email address, including @student.shslu.org. Once you've typed in your email address, click Next, and type in your password. This is the same password for email, Wi-Fi, Schoology, PowerSchool, and so forth. Then click Next. Once you see your photo roll, you are done. Thanks for watching.